Hey, hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess and this is a different episode of Book Community because the subject is me. Addressing the elephant in the room. If you have or have not seen the video that was put up by another creator, Caleb Joseph, and so I wanted to address it. And first, I want to say that I did not monetize this video, so if there are any ads in this video, I apologize. That's YouTube, it is not me. Didn't feel like it was appropriate for this video. So as you know, I started Book Community last year, and it first started out as covering kind of like drama between creators. The first video was like between Book Talk and Book Twitter, and then there was the reading rush, and then it kind of picked up steam, and it would just be whatever was the hot topic on Book Twitter essentially that day. And a little over a year ago, Caleb Joseph, who used to be Insane Reader was the YouTube name, and then he changed it to Caleb Joseph, made a video that people were talking about on Twitter, and we're finding some things in the video ableist, and so it was a hot topic, and so I talked about it in my video. I watched part of the video, and that video has been public, it always has been, and I guess he took a break from YouTube after that and just recently came back and made a video why he left YouTube, and he included screenshots of tweets from people and also parts of my video. He's talking about different feelings of growing up on BookTube and feeling gaslit by the book community and so on and so forth. And so then I was notified by my friends who, didn't want me to wake up and seeing all of the comments that are naturally going to come to my video. And so now people are upset with me who are fans of Caleb, some who were subscribed to me and told me they were unsubscribing, which is fine, you can unsubscribe, that's your right to do, and some who weren't and just came to my video and were leaving a lot of nasty comments. So I'm here to talk about it briefly, but the main thing in that video is that, well, in Book Community, it was rarely that I inserted my personal opinion, which some people like, some people don't. Mostly it was what other people were thinking, what other people were saying, and that's what I did in that video because people were talking about it. I did say I didn't watch the whole thing because I didn't, and it wasn't to throw shade or say that his video was boring. It was just I didn't watch the whole thing, and I wanted to make that a point in the video. And so I guess it's his brand of humor. He felt really proud about the video and got a lot of positive feedback from people who are part of those communities that are, affected by certain illnesses, and then was surprised when he saw negative feedback about it on Twitter, and then I guess seeing my video, and that affected to a negative mental health space, which I never want to do. And so I, of course, all the comments that I saw when I woke up were like, you owe Caleb an apology, Caleb deserves an apology, so on and so forth. And so for contributing to a negative mental health space, of course, I feel terrible about that. I've been open with my mental health on this channel before, and a lot of people already suffer mental health issues outside of they're being on the internet, and then the internet just makes that worse. So of course I feel terrible that negatively impacted someone's mental health and that I was a part of it. So I messaged him directly on Instagram. I didn't see an email. He hasn't, at this point of filming, hasn't seen it or replied to it, but that's who I owed an apology to. I definitely never mean to come from a place of attacking or bullying someone. That's not what I did. I presented the information, what was happening on Twitter. Could I have watched the entire video? Sure, but I don't know if that would change because I hadn't watched any of his other videos, so I'm not familiar with his humor. Should I have thought about maybe not including that because he is younger? Sure, I didn't think about that at that point. And also because my channel was so small at that point, maybe 1,000 subscribers, and he has over 100K. So I didn't know how far that would reach. Other claims are I did it for money. I wasn't monetized at the time. Did it for clicks. And I mean, who doesn't make a video intending for people to see it? That's why I started Book Community, because I realized other people weren't creating this kind of content, and this is a kind of content that could get me seen. So of course, but I never did it maliciously, as I don't do in the majority of my videos, unless we're talking about like Mike Pence or some people that I really just hate. But I don't ever, when I'm bringing up a creator, do it to try to bully them or send people to harass them. It's never my intent. Now I have learned in the course of making these videos that intent does not equal impact, and I spoke about that to Caleb, but that is the point, is that I apologized directly to the person and that it affected. I've seen a lot of comments like, you owe him a public apology, why haven't you addressed this? Also, when drama usually happens, happens, I usually don't put out a video the next day. Usually I wait around and see what's happening. And so I did go back and forth with if making this video would be a good idea, because then it would bring more attention. And naturally, even if I say, and I will say, please do not go to his video, his channel, his social media and bother him about this, people inherently will do that. And it's a part of, I think, online culture in general, that we feel so close to people that we want to defend them, and to a point that's really sweet and honorable, but then it crosses a line where it becomes really toxic and harmful. And so regardless of the fact that I don't feel like I was bullying or harassing Caleb, the fact is that I added to an already growing conversation that affected him negatively, and I do feel bad for that, and that's why I apologize to him. But if the issue is you're upset because someone that you care about you felt been harassed and bullied to the point where they don't feel safe on the internet anymore, they don't feel safe or encouraged to create their content anymore, why would the answer be then to go harass another person and tell them things like, you are worthless and I hope you lose all your subscribers and I question your humanity? That to me doesn't make sense, because it just becomes a vicious cycle. And so people wanted me to make this video, and I am, and inherently there'll probably be some people who go over there and go back and forth, and I don't want that. I just wanted to address this, that I, when making those videos, didn't think past what, how it would affect me, my channel, what people were saying. And that's why, if you've noticed, a lot of my CommuniTEA videos, one, have been less. They used to be like almost every week, and they really haven't focused on people like creators. There've been more like author, publisher drama, because I just don't want to do that anymore. I have slowly moved away from it. Some people still enjoy those CommuniTEA videos, some people don't, and that's fair. You can like what you like, and you don't have to like anything or subscribe to anyone just because someone else does. That's totally fair. But I have been moving away from that. There's, I swear, almost every week or every other week, someone who's being subtweeted on Twitter, and I could continue to make videos just about that drama and bring awareness to that person every time. But as I started to grow and more things were being brought to my attention, I thought it was better to be focusing on publishing and, things that are being like shady publishers and deals and stuff like that. And so it shifted. That's what happens. You start something and you don't always have to stay with that same formula. However, obviously the original video that is still up affected someone, and so he is upset. People are upset on his behalf. I get it, but I don't think it's okay in any circumstance when I'm talking about something on this channel or someone else to then go to that person and fill their inbox or their comments with really hateful things. Like, I'm still a person. Whether you agree with what I said in my video or not, I'm still a human being. I still have feelings. And so I don't understand how your response to someone saying they felt harassed and bullied to harass and bully someone else. That to me doesn't seem wise. I know Caleb in his video said that when he was seeing the tweets about his video, that he was DMing people to, see why they felt that way, try to get feedback. And I just want to say that he did not message me, because I definitely would have responded. And if he was uncomfortable or didn't want me to have the video up, I would have taken the video down. I never received a message. Just want to put that out there. And now I have reached out to him. If he responds and he wants me to take the video down or, make it private, I will. Right now it is up because I don't want to seem like I'm hiding things from people. You can go watch it. The comments are still there, and they're probably filled with, hateful comments by this point, but I'm not trying to hide anything, because that's what my videos were. This is what's being said on Twitter, and me trying to maybe understand how people were feeling. Also in that video I talked about, because it's about ableism, me learning, because that was the start of my channel, and I've learned a lot. People email me or DM me like, hey, maybe you shouldn't use this word. And I used certain words like crazy or insane in the video myself, and I had to make a little note in the description because it was new to me. So I was still learning. I still am learning to this day. So I'm not making this video to say, oh, woe is me. I just want to clarify that I did not make that video. I did not have negative intentions, but I would just like everyone, if you are a super fan, a loyal follower or something of someone, to just consider for a moment, even if you feel like someone has wronged that person or, slandered that person or whatever, that you just take a moment before you go and start sending messages to someone else, because they're still a person. So like one of the comments was, Why are you okay with hurting another person to lie about them? How can you live with yourself knowing how wrong you are and how horribly you misinterpreted everything on purpose? I hope you lose all your followers because I don't believe in your humanity enough to believe you will fix yourself on your own merits. You're shameful. Not involved, gonna give opinion, yet does. This, along with her takes on the controversy surrounding TJ Klune co-opting indigenous trauma for profit, tells me all her so-called wokeness is nothing but performance. I hate that word. I've made it a statement that I hate the word woke. There's nothing I could get on here and I could make a crying video and sobbing, and that would be a performance. And I think that's what people want so that they can say I'm putting on a performance. The problem here is that with like stan celebrity culture, when someone has a large following and you've been a loyal follower of theirs, I feel like, I don't want to say rationality, but you don't want to hear the other side. So even if somebody is just telling you the truth, you don't want to believe it. And so if your fave is saying this, even if they're not like, they don't directly tell you to go attack this person, you're going to do it on your behalf. And even if this person gives you everything you want, even if they made a public apology or they made a private apology or they did this or they took the video, all these things will never be enough, because it's just about, I'm so loyal to this person that I don't care how I treat someone else, and it's just not okay. It's a very toxic part of internet culture in general. I don't know how we move past it. I also think that a lot of people, probably a lot of his subscribers are younger, so maybe that's why. But I just want to say it's not okay. I'm still a human. Other people are still human. And that's another part of why I've kind of moved away from focusing on creators in my videos. And it's fine to say that, yeah, I've learned from things I've done in the past and I change things going forward. Another comment was that I'm partially responsible for bullying a teenager off of BookTube on completely false accounts. You and everyone else called him ableist, while people who were actually sick at the time told him how much they appreciated his video. Not only do you and others speak over others, but also emotionally manipulated a literal child. Caleb didn't even understand what he had done wrong, but was ready to delete the video and apologize to anyone who would hear him out, but you didn't care to do that. You and everyone else just wanted to be mad at. For the love of God, do what's right and apologize. And so I would have, if he had messaged me, I would have heard him out, but I'm just telling you that he did not message me. So it's not like I was like, oh, I'm just ignoring this and I'm gonna put up this video. And I didn't, again, I was a really small channel, so I didn't even figure that he would see the video. Now, he did say that the people he messaged on Twitter, they made it seem like, oh, nothing, fine, maybe I just misunderstood, and then continued to tweet about it. Now, I can understand how that, feels manipulative, but I never had a conversation. I'm sorry, I thought I charged my camera long enough, but my camera died, but I'm almost done. Anyway, I never had a conversation and then continue, put out my video. Also, I didn't make messages. It was one video, one in time. So anyway, all of this to say that I have spoken to Caleb directly. If he decides to respond, that great, and if he wants me to take down the video or private the video, I will. But going forward, I have addressed this situation. It's not going to make everyone happy because of what I just explained with like stan culture, but going forward, any messages on any of my social medias or under my videos that are harassment, that continuously comment and tell me I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do this, and most of them are Caleb deserves an apology, I have issued that apology. So if people continue to do these comments under my videos or on any social media accounts, I will block them because that is harassing me. So I think that's all I have to say in this video. I will say it. Please do not go to Caleb's video on my behalf or anything. I don't want that. I don't need that. I know what happened. I know my part in it. I know that I've taken a step to, reach out to him. I've apologized. I don't, need, or, no one who gives an apology is always owed a forgiveness or whatever. So it's done for me. But don't go doing any of that on my behalf, please. It just becomes a vicious cycle. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna change anything about CommuniTEA videos because they've already changed. They're fewer and far between. I'm working on more like publishing and like author focused videos rather than creator focused videos, unless somebody did something deplorable. So that is all I have to say. Thank you for watching. and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.